Hi there, I'd like to invite you to build your perfect real estate business. And I put the stress on the word your because I really want you to think about this for a minute. But where's your real estate business right now, just kind of on a scale of 1 to 10? And what would it take to make it a 10? To really build your perfect real estate business? Just think about when you first got into real estate. Is this the business and lifestyle you had in mind? Do you have a constant and steady source of leads? For many of us, this is where the problem starts. Without leads, we're out of business, and without a steady source of leads, we have a lot of stress weighing us down day in and day out. Are you making as much money as you set out to make? Let's face it, for most of us, the goal is to make at least 6 figures. After all, why would we put up with all the extra headaches of going into business for ourselves? I mean, just think about it. We have to set some money aside for our business just to keep it going. Then we all have our personal bills to pay. And of course we have to pay money to live day to day. You know, go out to eat, watch a movie, or put the kids into Little League or soccer. Then on top of all that, we still have to dedicate some money to growing our business. And of course we have to pay taxes too. Now we're juggling all of that, plus we still have to save a little bit for emergencies and towards retirement. And all of this can be extremely daunting. Now, why would we want to put all that additional stress and strain on ourselves for $40,000 a year? Now, that just happens to be the average amount that an agent makes every year, and the average agent is only closing between 4 and 6 transactions each year. And when we look at it like this, it only makes sense that we would want to make at least 6 figures a year. And what about your lifestyle? How many hours a week are you working? If you are like most of us that are working 10 to 12 hours each day and you're on call all the time, even nights and weekends and birthdays and holidays, is that really the way you imagined your real estate career would be? For most of us, this is not what we pictured when we started in the business. So I really want you to stop and take some time to think about where your business is now and how you can make it a 10 and really build your perfect business. And that's what this series is all about. The tips, tricks, and tools that you need to build your perfect business. See, we know whether you're currently closing 4 transactions a year or 90 million in volume, that there are 3 major obstacles that we need to overcome as real estate agents. First, like we mentioned before, is leads. We all need leads, and we need a consistent, steady source of them. And we need to have some way to make it so it's automatic as possible. So even if we aren't working today or we are on vacation, if our leads are coming in, then we still have a business to come back to. And I can show you our lead generation system. You can scale it up or down to bring in as many leads as you need to meet your goals. Second is roller coaster income, and I'm sure this has happened to all of us. You know, when we do really well one month and not so great the next month. And it doesn't necessarily have to have anything to do with us, it's just that's the nature of the business, and sometimes closings get pushed back for any number of reasons. And it is very stressful to have our income fluctuate every month, going up and down and hoping we saved enough money to make it until our next closing. And this is all relative. It doesn't matter if you're running your own brokerage or your own team, or even if you're just an individual agent. It happens to all of us. I have a friend that by all accounts is very successful in this business. He has to close almost 20 transactions per month just to break even and pay for his overhead. And that's before he makes any money to take care of himself and his family. Can you imagine how stressful it is when it's near the end of the month and he's only got 15 closings scheduled? The point is that there is a way to overcome this roller coaster income, and I want to show you what that is and how we do it. The third obstacle is being on the hamster wheel. When is enough enough? You could have a closing today, or heck, you could even have 2 closings today, and in the back of our minds, we all know as agents that we are only as good as our last sale. As soon as this month ends, we need to start thinking about next month, and as soon as that's over, we need to start thinking about next year, because as soon as we stop working, the money stops coming in, right? The only way I know to overcome this obstacle is to build a real business, one that gives you some money that you can save each month, and one that doesn't need you directly involved every day to have it running well and making money. And we can show you the best methods and models to follow to make this happen. Imagine having a business plan where you knew if you worked hard and hit your goals every month and every year for the next 5 to 10 years, that you could walk away if you wanted to, and financially you and your family would still be okay. Now, wouldn't that take a ton of stress off your shoulders, and wouldn't that make your day-to-day schedule way more fun and enjoyable? Well, I think by now you kind of get the point, and I hope you do decide to subscribe. And really, you don't have anything to lose. You can just take a look at the information, and if you like it, keep using it, and if you don't, you can always unsubscribe. So thanks, and I look forward to helping you build your perfect real estate business.